Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here. So we've finally gotten our first look at Season 6's new map, Redacted, and everything that's coming with it, but that isn't all we have to discuss today. So whilst I will be, of course, talking about what we just saw in the gameplay trailer, I also have a ton of info on some things that you guys probably won't have seen yet. There are some major changes coming to the railgun tank. Aim assist for controller users are seeing some big changes as well. The Recon class is getting a new proficiency, and DICE have finally fixed one of the most annoying bugs in the game. So all of that is coming up, but as always guys, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will of course be covering everything going into Season 6 as per usual. You can also find me on Twitter or the Discord as well, and as always, thank you guys for the ongoing support, especially over the past few months when things have been going so slow. Alright, let's just jump in here. So first things first, this map looks pretty awesome. Close quarters is back. DICE have clearly heard us asking for something a little bit smaller and tighter without any vehicles to pester you, and they have delivered, it seems. This map is clearly inspired by infantry greats of old like Operation Locker and Metro. The trailer showed off a few different areas. There's the indoor facility where you're likely going to be able to find those tight areas for all your meat grinding needs, and then there are these larger outdoor areas with stacked containers. Surprise, surprise, nice one DICE, and these clearly offer more flanking routes and angles of attack. I also spotted this corridor here with the zip line, which looks both extremely dangerous and fun in equal measure, but if you look to the right side here, you'll see this big red pipe, and if you recall, there was a pipe just like that in Operation Locker, and you could destroy it to ignite the entire corridor and anyone within it. So I do wonder if this is going to be the case here as well, and that's kind of a little throwback there to Operation Locker. That would certainly be kind of cool to see. Now yesterday, an EA Creator Network member accidentally uploaded a premiered video set to go live at 3 PM UTC tomorrow, which firstly tells us that creators will be uploading their gameplay of what I can only assume is a capture event at 3 PM tomorrow. But what's interesting in this is the thumbnail here, and within the thumbnail he actually shows us the map layout. So you'll have to excuse the terrible quality here, but as you can see, this is quite a linear map. It only has 4 flags, which would lead me to believe that this is a 64 player map at most. So we've got biological disposal, stress testing, field testing, and then Boreas laboratory. So my guess is that those 2 large circles on B1 and C1 are the biomes that we've been seeing, the larger open areas, and A1, D1, and probably right between B1 and C1 are like the meat grinder sections of the map that you have to traverse through. You can also see that he's playing Falk here with the medic pouch equipped, confirming that this is indeed a proper gadget. You will have to sacrifice your medic box or your ammo crate or whatever for these, and it's not something for your throwable slot, despite the fact that these are indeed throwable gadgets. Now the new vehicle is a bit of a letdown for me, I'm not going to lie. It's called the YUV2 Pond Hawk. I assume because it's only really made to hover above something as low as a pond. It's basically a hover bike with room for 1 passenger, so really similar to say the dirt bikes from Battlefield 3's DLC. So this is classed as a light vehicle, and it will therefore share its category with the LATV-4 and the hovercraft. I know I'll definitely be taking this new hover bike over either of those, and I'm sure you can have some fun zooming around on this thing and dropping C5 with a friend, but when you think that this could have been an attack jet or a boat or something really cool like that, this is probably the least exciting vehicle yet to me. But hey, at least we got a vehicle this season, right? As for weapons, we are getting the VHX D3 assault rifle, the G428 DMR, and the L9CZ pistol. So I'm sure they'll all be pretty fun. Now let's talk about the new gadget here for a second. So the support class is getting throwable ammo and medic pouches. Now this is a classic Battlefield gadget, of course, but I feel like it's sort of already in the game. Falk's pistol is basically the same thing, and Angel can already throw ammo bags, right? So now you can run Angel with medic pouches instead of a medic crate, or you can run Falk with ammo pouches, for example. I don't think the ammo pouches can resupply grenades or engineer launcher ammo though, so do bear that in mind. It also looks like we are indeed getting what seems like some sort of zombies mode as a mid-season event to tie in with Halloween. At the end of the trailer, Zane opens 3 pods and an eerie voice says, "We are reborn," in a robotic voice. So my guess is it's only for a short event, and other than that, the whole Warriors Reborn initiative with people essentially coming back from the dead is purely for the cosmetics, and the skins are just like the theme of the expansion. So Season 6 is launching on October the 10th, next Tuesday, but they're also going to have a play for free session from October the 12th until the 16th. So if you're still on the sidelines about picking up the game, maybe give it a go for free then. All in all, Season 6 looks pretty good. I think there's something there for the players that have been asking for a close combat, smaller scale map without so many of the vehicles there, more infantry focused. You know, I can really appreciate that those players really are going to enjoy this map and this season, I think. On the other side though, for the people who enjoy playing in vehicles, the map's not very good. That's kind of one of the drawbacks to only getting one map per season, right? Is that whatever that map is, it may not be your cup of tea, whereas when we used to get 4 maps in a map pack, well, you could be pretty sure that at least one of those maps was going to be up to your liking. On top of that, the vehicle itself isn't really one that you're going to pilot and stay in for any amount of time. It's more just like a transportation vehicle that you're going to get over to a flag in, and then that's pretty much it. You're just going to dump it somewhere. But like I say, I'm sure a lot of people are going to really love this, and I can certainly understand why DICE have decided to go down this route. So all in all, it looks good, but we are not done just yet, ladies and gentlemen. Outside of the Season 6 content, we are getting a considerable number of changes to the game itself. I can only hope we get our hands on the whole patch notes possibly as early as tomorrow, but for the time being, I can give you guys a few tidbits here in this video. So firstly, the TOR railgun tank is finally seeing a rebalance. So DICE posted on Twitter here saying, continuing our vehicle improvements coverage, expect changes to the TOR as part of update 6.0. So the Maul weapon, that is the most powerful cannon on the TOR, will no longer one-shot light air vehicles like jets, nightbirds and stealth helis beyond 330 meters. And it will also no longer be able to one-shot attack helicopters beyond 280 meters. So this should definitely combat those TOR players who like to camp in the spawn and shoot you all the way across the map. But make no mistake, guys, you know, around 300 meters, that is a pretty long distance. The other day, I was trying to complete an achievement, and I was having to try and get marksman kills on Reclaimed, and 250 meters was almost from one end of Reclaimed to the other. So, you know, 330 meters is still a very generous distance to be able to one-shot these vehicles, but what it means is that if you're camping in spawn, you're probably not going to be able to do that. How much damage they are going to do to these vehicles, though, if they don't one-shot them, remains to be seen. So it could well be 90% damage, 95% damage, which essentially means that if a light wind blows in your direction and the railgun tank hits you at the same time, you're going to die regardless. So this is a very slight nerf, I would say. I would, you know, really think this is just the beginning and they're going to see how this plays out here. But nevertheless, this has been a long time coming. It's been a problem since Season 3 when this vehicle released. It's taken almost a year to get this change in, so I, for one, am very happy to see this. Now, next up, DICE are also making some great changes to the aim assist for controller players. So they say we're going to be making improvements for controller peripherals in regards to aim assist and the general feel of gunplay. Our goal with aim assist on Battlefield is to make the controller aim more accurately while retaining the challenge and skill required of aiming within a first-person shooter. Aim assistance is not only about the process of helping you aim, but also about tuning and customizing the feel of input to your personal taste. We will relay in-depth changes as part of our update notes, but expect improvements to help the playing field. We'll also be introducing the ability to select from a list of response curves from previous Battlefield titles, allowing you to return to creature comforts if you'd like. No matter your choice of peripheral or platform, Battlefield should be experienced by all and offer a fair experience to play. And here they've offered up a screenshot showing some of the soldier aim input curves that you can expect to be able to select between. So as somebody who plays on mouse and keyboard, I don't really know a whole lot about controller players or aim assist or how it really works in Battlefield 2042, so let me know down below, guys, if this is a change that's going to make a big difference for you. Now, meanwhile, DICE have also decided to make quite an interesting gameplay change here to the Recon class. So they're actually giving the Recon class an additional weapon proficiency. So they say as part of update 6.0, the Recon class now has a weapon proficiency to secondary weapons alongside their sniper rifle proficiency. This new secondary weapon proficiency enables them to deploy and holster their secondary weapon at a faster rate. This will function on all weapon combinations as Recon, such as hitting an enemy with a sniper rifle to quickly swap to a pistol, or having an SMG and then quickly swapping to a pistol. So no matter if you're running a sniper loadout, or let's say you're playing something a bit more aggressive, like you're playing Pike with an SMG, it's going to allow you to switch weapons that much faster. This is really cool. I think the Recon class is easily the weakest class in the game. Nobody really picks up Recon too much unless they're necessitated to do so for picking up a SOFLAM or, you know, hacking a vehicle as RAW. So really nice to see DICE give them a bit of love. And finally, DICE have fixed a year-old bug that has been trolling us as players of Battlefield 2042 for the longest time. I am going to give a shout out here to both Enders and Baronox. As far as I'm aware, it was them who discovered this bug a long time ago, and then myself and other content creators started to spread the word about it. But basically what they found is the recoil on your weapon would essentially cause where you're aiming to become untied from the center of your screen. So they said here, one thing we wanted to address with update 6.0 was something our community had highlighted to us via feedback. We had become aware of a crosshair and recoil inconsistency with high fire rate weaponry, where the crosshair would take a moment to catch up to bullet recoil trajectory under sustained fire. Update 6.0 makes improvements towards this through a series of changes to recoil, timings, etc., which now improves the feeling and consistency of all weapons when compensating for recoil and bursting. Additionally, we have changed almost all weaponry, even the ones least affected by this, to tighten the pull sensation, which makes the camera track recoil trajectory. This will result in the crosshair staying much closer to the center at all times, while we maintain the feel of recoil movement expressed through the camera. So again, first of all, hats off to Enders and Baronox for actually discovering this bug so that we can get it fixed here. But good job to DICE fixing it eventually. This of course took way longer than, in my opinion, it should have taken to get fixed. But I'm just happy it's been resolved here in the end, mainly because this just makes the game feel so much worse for people. This can easily be misconstrued as the mouse input being even worse than it is, and we know that the mouse input in the game isn't fantastic. Obviously, if you're bursting at an enemy, somebody pops up on the left or the right of your screen, you flick over there to fire at them, you kind of have the muscle memory of where the middle of your screen is down, right? So you're going to flick over there with the middle of your screen, only to find that your red dot sight is actually way off target. That makes you doubt yourself and whether you're just aiming badly, whereas in actuality, it's just the game kind of messing with you. And then slowly the weapon starts to come back towards the middle of the screen as you keep on bursting the weapon. So really good to see this changed. I think this is going to make the game feel a lot more smooth and flow better overall with almost every weapon. And that, ladies and gents, is about gonna do it for this video. Congratulations if you stayed all the way to the end. I know it was a long one, but we had a lot of things to go over. So leave me your thoughts below, guys. Let me know what you think of Season 6 and what we've seen so far. Are you excited? As always, guys, if you did enjoy the video here today, leave a like down below, subscribe for more Battlefield. Special thank you to my members for the additional support. And if you guys want to hang out and watch me live on stream and maybe join a few rounds with me, come and hang out by the Twitch channel. I'm streaming 3 times a week now, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So there's a link to that down in the description below if that's something that interests you. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.